Hello and welcome everyone. So guys, today we are going to see the latest IDE from Arduino. The version number is 2.0 and it is still in beta phase. Till now I've been using the stable versions of the earlier IDEs, but then there was something special about this one. It has incorporated one of the most awaited feature, and that feature is the auto completion feature. I'm sure you guys too will appreciate the inclusion of this new feature and save a good amount of time while coding. Now guys, let's have a quick look at the IDE and then we'll proceed with the steps to install the IDE on your machine. So this is how the IDE looks like. For the sake of demo, let me try and create a new sketch. So now this is a new sketch, and at the top you can see there's an option to select the board. One good feature here is that this list of COM ports gets auto populated and auto refreshed every time a new device is connected or disconnected. I already have an ESP32 board connected to my machine, and it is actually connected at COM3. So let me try and just disconnect this particular board and see if the list gets auto refreshed. Seems to be working. You can see that COM3 has disappeared, and once I reconnect the board, COM3 should reappear. Yes, it's working now. Now this is one good feature, because earlier you have to go to tools and go to the port option, and while this menu is being displayed, if you connect a new device or disconnect device, the port this particular list never used to get refreshed. So I believe this is kind of a new addition in this particular IDE. Now also earlier this option of selecting board was available only in the menu boards and somewhere here. Now it is available right on top of the editor. Now let's proceed and select the COM3 port. Now I think this is a place where we can type in the board that is connected. So let me try and type ESP32. So one good thing here is that in this particular IDE there are lots and lots of boards which actually comes pre-installed. So for most common boards like ESP32 and its siblings, you really don't have to be worried about installing it because it comes pre-installed with this particular IDE. Now I will select ESP32 dev module, click on OK. You guys can see it has appeared here, which is connected at port 3. Now let's check out the auto completion feature and how good it works. So what I'll do is I'll just write a simple blink code for blinking the onboard LED. Before that, let me try and set up the serial port. It is pretty fast. I can say serial.begin. Not sure whether this is a bug or something. Okay, one more thing I had observed was, like, before this thing starts working flawlessly, sometimes you have to go to tools and click on board and ESP32 and just click here. Okay, so now it just appeared. I'm not sure whether there's a bug or it is pretty slow. Let me try and set the pin mode. This was okay, I believe. Yes, it works. Guys, you can also observe that there is a new feature like autosave. So every time I type in something, the program is getting autosaved. So I just tried indenting by pressing Ctrl T, and it took me a couple of trials before it worked. Let me try it again, Ctrl T. We'll try it again. Delay. So if you guys can see, the LED is blinking quite fast right now. we'll try to reduce the speed of blinking. We'll give a delay of 1 second. Let me try this Control T thing once again. No, it is not working that effectively. Let me try if, I don't know, Control T, Control T, Control T, Control T. No, it's not working. I mean, it worked a couple of times and now it is not working. So looks like there are still a couple of bugs. So looks like there are still a couple of bugs in this particular IDE. So the indentation feature is out of shape. Let me try and save this. So if you guys can observe that after saving this particular, after saving this particular sketch with a new name, it relaunched the IDE with the new name, and the board is, and the board name has disappeared. Now let's go and select the COM3 port once again. So it is again asking for the board name here. Now I believe we are back in business, and let's see if the upload works fine. It is waiting for the upload port. Earlier I remember it was pretty fast. Now it's asking to connect. Let me press the boot button. Okay, the upload is done. Okay, my bad. I should have written low here and then re-upload it. So guys, I believe the IDE works fine and there are no major issues, but then the IDE, if you see the text editor, I can see there are still a couple of bugs that needs to be resolved, and with the new autocomplete features, I think it's a nice new IDE. Guys, you can also observe that on the left hand side we have a debug menu. We have a menu for boards, and so as I told you, it comes with lots and lots of boards pre-installed. At the bottom of the options we have the library manager, where you can write libraries like, you can search and install libraries like Arduino JSON. It's already installed. Seems okay to me. I mean, I think it's good enough for my development work, and the auto completion feature works pretty nicely, and I don't see any major issues. Guys, you can find the link to download this particular IDE from the description of the video. So guys, there are a couple of things I want you to kind of understand before you proceed with the installation of this particular IDE. That earlier I was having Arduino 1. Like the latest version 1.8 or whatever was there. So along with that, when I installed this particular IDE, the Arduino 2.0, it started complaining about finding multiple versions of the same libraries and things like that. So what I suggest is that you go to your documents folder, and inside that document folder you will see a folder with the name Arduino, and then inside that you'll see libraries. So I would suggest that you just copy and paste, take a backup of your libraries, and then I would also suggest that you take a backup of any of your sketches you might have created in default folder. Quite possible you might have not taken care and you have saved a couple of your important sketches in the default folder. So take a backup of that as well, because the next step we are going to uninstall any other versions of Arduino we might have on the machine. Now the next thing is, guys, once you've taken the backup, what you can do is you can just uninstall the earlier version and then install the latest version the standard way. There's nothing much in terms of the way it needs to be installed. So I don't think there's anything major to complain about the IDE, apart from the minor bugs here and there in the text editor window and things like that. So let's wait for the final version. Thank you for watching the video and have a great day, guys.